Okay, hey guys, I know my audio was off on the last video that I made, so I'm making another one. Hopefully the audio works on this one very well. Okay, so let's go in reverse and start with the test review. So for the test review, the first question is simply putting in Desmos, but instead of using x, you're going to use another variable, so 5a minus 3, and then you use a tilde instead of an equal sign, and then 4a minus 10, and then you'll just write a equals or x equals for your answer for that one. Number 2, same deal. Negative 16 plus 3n equals negative 8 minus 5n, but you'll use a tilde here. Number 3, that one's given to you because these numbers are hard to see. So this is a 5 and this is a 6. So you need the point here where they cross. Write the system of equations for the tables below and then find the solution. You can either look in the tables and see what they have in common, or you can put these tables in Desmos and find y equals and y equals. So for number 4, you're putting the first table in Desmos, 1, 2, and negative 4, 7. And then the other table in Desmos, 1, 11, and negative 2, 5. Then it will give you an equation, y equals something x plus something. And then over here, this will be y equals something x plus something. And then you look and see where they intersect. That's what you'll do in Desmos. So for example, if it says y equals 2x minus 9 and y equals negative 6x plus 27, you'll look and see where they cross, 4.5 and 0. That is not the answer to this question, but this is how you do it. Okay? Alright. Number 5. What is the y value of the solution to the systems? So the solution will be an ordered pair. You have to find the ordered pair. And then if it's asking for the y value only, you'll choose the y part from the ordered pair. So in order to solve for y, you have x equals 2y minus 13, and then 4x plus 2y equals 18. In solving for y, you must add 13 to both sides. So add 13 to both sides, then divide by 2. Over here, we must subtract 4x from both sides, which means your 4x then becomes negative, and then divide by 2 again. So we'll cut that negative 4x in half, and we'll cut this 18 in half. And then you'll get y equals something x plus 18 divided by 2 divided by 2. Over here, you'll get x divided by 2 plus 13 divided by 2 equals y. I gave this one to you. You can put this right in Desmos, but you need to know what goes here. And then simplify. Do not leave this as negative 4 over 2, because you have to simplify and you have to simplify this here. This is not simplified. For number 6, it says, what is the solution to the system of equations? Hence, solve for y. Oh, I'm not done. I'm sorry. Once I found my 2 y equals and my other y equals, I'm going to get a coordinate pair, and I need the y value. So I write my y equals, then I graph these in Desmos. Graph in Desmos. Put the 2 points or the 2 parts of the coordinate pair there, and then I want the y value. Here, y is already solved for. I need to solve for this y. Negative 3y minus 2x equals negative 8. Then I would need to, in order to do that, I would need to add 2x to both sides and then divide by negative 3. Then I will get y equals yada yada. So graph this, and then I need another coordinate pair here, once I graph them in Desmos, I got to graph them in Desmos, graph y equals and y equals. I have to put those in Desmos, okay? Just like this. If I put these in Desmos, matter of fact, this is what you'll do. Once you get your 2y equals, it's going to look just like this. For number 5 and 6, you're going to have a y equals 2x minus 7 and a y equals 2/3 x plus 1. Go to Desmos. This is the easiest one because y has already been solved for you. So y equals 2/3, oops, not 2/30, x plus 1, and y equals 2x minus 7. Look at where they cross. 6, 5, that's my answer. Come write it down. Boom. That's all you're doing. But you have to get to the y equals on 5 and 6. You have to get to the y equals on the rest of them as well. They're not always going to be that straightforward and that easy. Okay, number 8, you must solve for y here. 7x minus 3y equals negative 32. 4x plus 5y equals 22. Here, you are going to subtract 7x from both sides. If you need to write it on separate paper, do so. I highly advise that you do that anyway. 7x minus 3y equals negative 32. Subtract 7x from both sides. Minus 7x minus 7x. Then divide by the coefficient of y, which is negative 3. Whatever you get here, you're going to draw a line, bring down the negative 3y equals whatever this is, and a negative 7x over here, and then divide by negative 3. Divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3. Then you'll simplify. Y equals whatever this is, you'll put it in Desmos to simplify, and whatever this is, you'll put it in Desmos to simplify. Then I've got 4x plus 5y equals 22. Okay, so 4x plus 5y equals 22. You're going to subtract 4x from both sides and then divide by 5 on each term. So you'll have 5y equals negative 4x plus 22, divide by 5, divide by 5, and then you'll have y equals, this needs to be simplified in Desmos. This needs to be simplified in Desmos, not decimals. Leave them as fractions. Okay, number 9 is next, and it says a company owns 2 amusement parks, Schlitterbahn and Rides and More, yada yada. This is the system right here. You have to write it and solve for y. So this is 10x plus 2y equals 34, and this is 15x plus 2y equals 47. So once you write your system, 10x plus 2y equals 34, and 15x plus 2y equals 47, you're going to solve for y. Subtract 10x from both sides and then divide by 2. Here you'll subtract 15x from both sides and then divide by 2. If you paid attention to my first video, it was kind of off. This visual does not match what these form. So you need to write these in Desmos. Y equals 4x minus 3 and y equals negative 2x plus 3. Here, this looks like the same graph from here, which they don't intersect at 5, 6. So this is totally irrelevant. So go to Desmos, graph it yourself. Here's how to do so. Y equals 4x minus 3 and y equals negative 2x plus 3. They intersect at 1, 1, not at 5, 6. So you also have to know where you're shading. Do you shade above or below here, and is it a dotted or solid line? Do you shade above or below here, and is it a dotted or solid line? And then you must find a solution. You may not use the origin. You have to know what it means. So You can draw your own little graph. Make your coordinates. Bonus points if you use two colors on this one. So then go to -3, and then you're going to go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1. There are your points. 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1-ish. Make your points large so that when you use your straight edge, you can kind of have a decent line there. So this would be dotted and shaded above. So dot your line and then shade above. And then the other one is 3. So start at 3, 1, 2, 3, and then go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. So, oops, I forgot to plot that. And then that's here. And then this is solid and below. Solid and below. So I've got to see where they overlap, and I have to create one solution that fits in that solution set. Let them in. Here, I'm doing the same exact thing. More bonus points on that one. You also have to divide by your -1 here. And whenever you divide by a -1, you have to pay attention to what happens to the sign. Good luck.